Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direct on Sunday fan show. We have so much to go. We're going to talk about Man United and Wolves. We're going to talk about where the league title is heading, as I think some of us you already know. But joining us today from the UK crew, we have Vim. Welcome to the
Hey
show, brother.
guys, how you doing?
Good, mate. We have Kay.
We Arsenal get battered everywhere they go. Arsenal get battered everywhere they go.
And we have Kenneth showing the Arsenal elephant at the back. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you very much. Thanks for
And
for having me.
representing USA, we have Devin from Tampa. Dev, welcome to the show, brother.
Yes, hi, how are you?
Good. I see you're fully glazed out. Nice. And we have the legend behind you. We have an elephant we have a fallen elephant behind Kenneth. And we have the guy who's always questioning officials, blah blah blah, looking there like Dracula. But here's what it is. All right. Now, United needed 3 points yesterday and they played Wolves at Old Trafford. United needs 6 from the next 9 points. And they got the 2 goals and 3 points. It wasn't a great game. Vim, tell me how you felt about yesterday's game against Wolves.
Well, it's good we got back on track and creating lots of good chances. I think Bruno was key to that game as well. Again,
Yeah.
it was involved in all the play, and it's Anthony. I think he's got a good influence on the right side, but I think he needs some target practice. He needs to hit the target more often. He's always going wide or he's fluffing his shots.
Yes.
So he needs to work on that. And it was a good win. Garnacho back finally. There's a real talent there, and I can't wait to see him as a regular first starter again. Perhaps you bring back Ahmad as well on the flip side.
That's something we discuss. Will he be able to
challenge Anthony?
Right.
Yeah, good game, good win.
Right.
Needed.
Devin, United Wolves yesterday. I mean, considering we lost to West Ham previously, couldn't capitalize on Newcastle. Newcastle dropped point, and United were able to capitalize. How did you feel, and what was your take on the game?
My take on this game and for the rest of the season is I don't care if we win by a bunch or not, so long as we win. Like that is where I'm at this point. You got to take into consideration now it's wear and tear on the side. We've played more than any other side in the Premier League across all competitions, even more than Man City. And we're going to finish the season playing more games than them as well, too, even if they go to the Champions League final.
Wow.
So to put it in perspective, up to yesterday, I think yesterday was our 58th match of the season.
Wow.
I think Wolves had only played 41.
Damn. It's a big difference.
So you factor that, and then you factor the injuries that we've had on our side, and you factor also in that we have no squad. We have no squad depth in our side right now. The team is getting knackered. So you know what? At this point of the season, like especially having that week's break, finally, which in a way getting knocked out of Europa League was a blessing in disguise now, because it gives the team more time to recover. So I don't care how we win, so long as we win. I'm happy with that performance. I also think Vim was being a little unfair towards the Wolves keeper, because I think he played phenomenal.
No, he was on form. I will say that.
Yeah, so he was saying like Anthony had a couple chances he didn't get. Yeah, he did, but the Wolves keeper had the game of his life. It's almost like he was auditioning for that number 1 spot at Old Trafford.
No, he was on form yesterday. I'll say that. He was on form.
He was. But so, and like I said, I will take it. We got 3 matches to go. I don't care how much we win as long as we win. And also another side note, congratulations to David De Gea, guaranteed to at least have a portion of the Golden Glove.
How? A lot that was up for debate. We're going to discuss that. Okay. Right. Kenneth, how do you feel yesterday? 2-0 United, 3 points?
Yeah, very similar to
Marshall?
what Devin just said. It doesn't matter how we play at this stage of the season. It's all that matters is the 3 points, to be honest. If we handball it in 3 times and we win, don't care. Performance does not matter. Yeah, this is
end result only.
Squeaky bum season. I want us to finish third. I'm hoping that we finish third. Newcastle have got to play Brighton next on Thursday, so hopefully Brighton can take some points off them. The other thing I disagree with Devin about is the fact that we've played that many games. Now, I think that's a good thing, because if you look at Arsenal, let's look at Arsenal now. What were Arsenal fans saying? Oh yeah, we got a bigger fish to fry. oh yeah, we went out of the FA Cup so that we can focus on the league. We went out on the Europa League so we can focus on the league, Carabao Cup. They went out of all the competitions to focus on the league. They were top in January, and they've bottled it. They've absolutely bottled it. They've had at the end of the season now, they haven't won anything. They have not won anything. So you're better off being in all the competitions. And yes, you're going to be knackered, and yes, you're not going to perform 100% in all of them. But at the end of the day, if you've got a trophy to show for it, and you make it, you qualify for the top 4, we could end up with 2 trophies this season. That would be, a very good season for us.
100%.
So yeah, in terms of yesterday, yeah, 3 points in the bag. That's all that matters. I don't really care. I mean, the positive there was Garnacho coming back. That was really good because he can play in the final against City. He will definitely give City something to worry about. Even if he doesn't start, at least he can come on like he did at Old Trafford when we beat City, and hopefully give them something to think about. I just need to stay in the game for that.
Right.
Till he does come on.
What did you think of Martial's goal? I think that was a good team goal, that first goal. What did you think of that?
Yeah, it was. But anyone in this call could have scored there, whether it's Vim.
We have had struggles miss that, mate.
I can score a lot of goals in you.
You give
goal
no
scorer.
credit to them. You don't.
It looks easy when you're under pressure, guys. It could go over the bar.
Yeah,
Is Wenger scoring that? Is Wenger scoring that?
Weghorst is going to miss.
Good point, Game. The thing is, Weghorst would not even be in that position. He'll probably be on the right or in midfield somewhere. But
I've seen Bruno miss that last season. I've seen some misses like that.
He put it in the back of the net. So
this season too. So
yeah, let's be fair. Let's be honest. Give him his flowers. As they say. Yeah, he put the ball in the back of the net. Like I said.
You could see him doing all this, and he felt happy. I could see the joy in his face.
Yeah, let him be happy as second choice striker.
But have you seen his stats, Martial's stats? Isn't that his 5th goal in what is it of the season?
He's
the past 2 years?
Something ridiculous. He's just
something ridiculous.
That he's missed 3/4 of the season. Yeah.
Which he always does.
Yeah. But when he's fit, he scores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does he? Okay.
Okay, how are you, mate? We loved your song when you started.
Good.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, yesterday's game wasn't a great game to watch, but we got the result. We had plenty of chances. Like they always say, this is the time of the season where it doesn't matter how you play, it's just getting the results. So, and it was exciting. When Garnacho scored, I actually shouted. I was actually happy.
Relief.
It's very late in the game. It was literally.
No, but just the excitement in our team. We don't really have that many exciting players at the moment. So when Garnacho's on, you think something always seems to happen. And Martial's goal, I can't remember the last time we scored a tap in. We need to do more of that.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to take the hardest chance. Do what City used to do that for days. Get it wide, pull it back. Even when Milner was there, they used to do that. Pull it back, tap in. We need to do more of that. But it was good. It was positive. Varane being back as well. I think a lot of people.
Oh yes. Got to mention that.
That was massive.
Absolutely.
That was massive in being back. So, and Shaw being on the left helped as well. So
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, I saw this thing on Talksport about the girl being given Golden Glove, and a lot of people are having a rebuttal like, how dare he? This guy's made a lot of calamities, clangers this season. How is that possible? So I'm gonna go to Devin, who wanted.
Let me just go on to something right now. My first question for you is, why are you listening to Talksport?
No, hold on. I bring up things that I see that are debatable, like a different perspective. Talksport is biased, so I like to see what we think.
And I didn't watch the clip. I didn't watch it. I don't care. But I would not be surprised if that was the Premier League legend that is Gabby Agbonlahor that said that.
God, guys are
anyway, with that being said, at the end of the day, people can talk what they want. Guess what? Results don't lie. You know,
when have you guys surprised that he was being made to
all the calamities, mistakes that were made? Guess what? That's not what the Golden Glove is. What is the definition of the Golden Glove? The most clean sheets.
Yeah.
When anybody wants to argue about even that, as bad a season as he had, they still won this Golden Glove, and people want to find something to criticize him about. You know what? Your keeper should have kept more clean sheets. Then we wouldn't debate it. No, I'm not having that at all. I am not having that debate at all.
Right.
Another thing to add on that, Devin. this is a season where we've had no proper, real, recognised strikers, and we've not been clinical. So if we would have had proper strikers, those mistakes De Gea would have made probably would have mattered.
And so
That makes it even better for De Gea.
To add on to that, so imagine what his tally would have been if that were the case. So even with all those mistakes, he still got the Golden Glove. I don't want to hear anything from anybody else. Because in one of De Gea's worst seasons, he just won the Golden Glove.
Yeah, so that is why people are. That's why some pundits are like, "How the hell does he win a Golden Glove when he has lettings and clangers?" That is what is the discussion.
Well, guess what? The Golden Glove isn't how many goals.
Yeah, it's
clean sheets.
exactly.
Clean
It's
sheets,
based
yeah.
on clean sheets. Yeah, so you have to give credit. If it's like saying if you win the league and you concede, I don't know, 600 goals, but you manage to win the league, people won't then go, okay, we can't give you the league title because you conceded X amount of goals. It doesn't make sense. You just won the league, right?
Yeah,
that's what it's about. Yeah.
That argument to me is like when people say we should have won, we had more possession.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, guess what? You chatted with a girl all night, and I went and said 5 words and went home with her. But that doesn't matter because you went all night, right? Yeah, same thing.
Man did all the great work.
Okay. So another thing quickly, which was also something that also came out of TalkSport and Sky Sports, was they are saying. I mean, but we know better. Ole lost less games than Ten Hag. Even though Ten Hag, we all know, is a better coach, but they're saying
he also won more games in his first season than any other manager, but they don't mention that.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me go with Vim. Vim, what was your take on Ole? Considered lost less games in his first and second season, 8 and 6, compared to Ten Hag, who's lost 9 in his first season.
Well, as a caretaker, he was fairly successful. You know, I think he got that new manager bounce after the situation that Jose left us in.
Yeah.
So I think he's running on that. You know, we were in a pretty dire state with Jose. You know, it caused a lot of toxicity in the club, and Ole comes along. He's everyone's friend, and everyone starts playing football again. And I think we went on a 17-game run or something like that, unbeaten. I can't remember. It was really good stats. Yeah. And then when he got the job finally, it just all went to pot. So I think he was riding his luck, but he was very one-dimensional. Ten Hag has, I think, inherited a much bigger problem and turned this team around in a much more swifter way. Yeah, but he's also sorted out some of the foundations that had gone wrong in the club that Ole had introduced. So I think it was just a bit of luck with Ole. Ten Hag has had a much tougher job to turn so many things around, to fix so many problems at the club. So yeah, I don't.
So the stats.
Stats, you know, stats are stats. They don't paint the true picture of everything that's going on. It's all good to quote stats, but you know, in mathematics, they say something about stats. I can't remember the quote. I'll look it up for you. But you know, you've got to look at the bigger picture. And Ten Hag, I think, has done a much tougher job. And the other thing as well, Garnacho's goal. I just want to say that really quickly. I think his execution was brilliant because he saw the keeper there and he chipped it over him. And I think that takes a lot of composure, which is what Antony's missing. And you know, even Martial misses that sometimes. Sancho does not have it as much as well. But Garnacho saw the keeper going to his left. He just ever so tactfully just chipped it over into that space.
And the way he stood the defender up as well.
Yeah,
that little stop and go again. That's what took the defender out of position.
And we need to have that kind of goal threat from all of those players playing from midfield and forwards. We need to see that type of execution. We're not seeing enough of it. That's why Garnacho's goal was so sweet.
Right. Okay. The Ole better than Ten Hag situation. Your take on that quickly.
Yeah, like Jim was saying, the Ole thing. If you're gonna describe things, like you got to describe the whole picture of the team.
Exactly.
Look at Man United under Ole. You had Rashford, Martial, Greenwood firing. Greenwood's not there. You've had the Greenwood incident. You've had the Ronaldo incident. You've had the Glazers buyout. You've had there's no money in the club. Like I think Ten Hag inherited a lot worse a team than Ole did. I know Mourinho didn't leave it in the best of shapes, but all the nonsense that was going on and how bad the players were at rock bottom when Ole left. So I think it's just to get people talking in it. Like, Ole can't even polish Ten Hag's shoes. Let's be honest. Right?
True. I agree,
It's
mate.
day and night.
100%.
It's
They're
day
not in
and
the
night.
same class.
Yeah,
Apples and
look,
pears.
look at what Ten Hag's done already in terms of the way we play in 7 months, and he's not even got all the players he wants. Under Ole, we're just counter attack everywhere. So obviously, we're going to lose less games.
Right.
It was atrocious to watch. I know we haven't been fantastic, but at least with Ten Hag, there's a little bit more of intent. Under Ole, it was just let's go route one and hit him on the counter. It was
Even playing counter attack at home against the low
everywhere.
teams, it was ridiculous at times.
And the possession play that we have now is amazing. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
When we're firing, when it works, we haven't seen that for a long time.
Definitely.
Ken.
Yeah. So if we dissect that stat that you just mentioned, Oli winning more games. Sorry,
No, losing
Oli
less.
losing less, but that's because Oli drew more games.
That was the key. He drew so many.
So that just squashes the stat. So Oli drew a lot of games by playing defensive football. Ten Hag's won more games than Oli. Yeah, so he's at the top. I posted it in the group, right, today. I don't know if you've seen it. You guys saw it today. When did I post it? It was...
Yeah, you can say we dropped Arsenal.
Yeah, so that was today at 3:15, sorry, 3:19.
I'll check it.
I don't know. Let me see. You can see it. Can you guys? Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. So Ten Hag's actually had the most wins during his first season in charge, out of Mourinho, Moyes, everyone. He's top with 38 wins. So he's won more games. So Ten Hag's all about winning.
Right.
Ollie's more about let's not lose this game. We're at Old Trafford. Let's try and we can't lose this game. Let's have McTominay and Fred in front of the defense because Maguire is rubbish, and our defense is quite slow with Lindelof.
I still forget we had Matic.
Yeah. So that's why. Yeah.
Right. I mean, I never agree with the stats saying
there is one thing though that I will say that Ole had Ten Hag beat on. There's one, and that's away form.
Yeah, but what did that get us? What did we win?
No, but all I said is that there's a one thing. I agree.
Yes.
I agree with what you're saying.
It was mainly a lockdown.
we used to go to away games to try and get a draw.
But it's just
lockdown with no fans.
But you know what that was, David?
No, that is Ten Hag's only flaw. That is the only flaw I have with Ten Hag is the away form. But once we get that fixed, it's on.
Right.
Yeah, but what do you think it was with Ole's away form and the fact that Ten Hag hasn't had that?
No fans in the stadium.
No fans in the stadium for one full season.
100%.
Finally.
When you're a home team, you're expected to go out and play.
Is it Arteta there? Where's Kay going? I can't see Arteta.
Talking about Arteta.
Ole's away record was when they had fans in the stadium too.
No.
Yeah, true. It's true. I just feel, and there's something Ole said he wanted to sign Haaland. I'm thinking
that's rubbish. That's a lie.
It is absolute nonsense. I think it's nonsense.
I don't believe
that. No. I think
you think Raiola was going to let him go to
when
United?
He was coaching Molde. I heard this that when he was coaching Molde and he was coaching Haaland, he recommended Haaland to United.
Yes, that I can agree with.
That I can agree with.
Yeah.
But
he was saying
Haaland as United manager, I'm not buying that.
I'm not buying that. He's saying he asked for 4 million. Some of those.
I think the 4 million was when he was coaching him at Molde.
When he was coaching him at Molde, yeah.
Right.
That's what I think that was.
It was 100%. But you got to remember, Raiola was his manager. You think Raiola's letting him go to United after all the nonsense with Pogba? No way.
No way.
But let's go back. When was Ole at Molde? Was it?
I'm not sure.
Was it after the Cardiff or before Cardiff? It was after Cardiff, wasn't it?
It was after Cardiff.
After Cardiff, he got sacked and he went back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but remember, I think that's when relations were still good with Raiola and United because they had just made the world record for Pogba.
He was never going to bring him to United because of the instability, I think.
Right. Okay. Let's move on now. As the ownership has taken a twist and a turn and a huff and a puff, Last week we heard Sir Jim is in the front run. That because he's giving them a little outlet to stay for 3 years, which I think is just not what is going to happen. I'm hoping it doesn't. Where do you guys stand on this, Devin?
At the end of the day, I want what's best for the club.
Which
That's
is-
all that matters. That's all that matters to me right now. And
Which
I know,
is-
like I've heard, like,
Which
and
is
to me that is Sheikh Jassim.
okay.
Now I know people are saying that that people are concerned about human rights issues and this and that because he's from a Middle Eastern country. My response to that is, where is he on record saying that he flat out is against anything that people are concerned about? Where is that on record anywhere? Just because he's from that country doesn't mean that he is thinking the same as everyone else.
Do PSG get that kind of flack about human rights? Do they? I don't know.
Man
So
City.
and like that's
Or Man City?
That's
But when it comes to United, I think there's that fear of United dominance.
No, but to be fair, Newcastle got it as well when the Saudis
Yeah,
were.
Newcastle did get it. Newcastle got it.
So,
It all talk and it died down, right?
No, I don't
look at
think in this
Newcastle
case
today.
it's just a United thing. But again, I just think that Sheikh Jassim is the best thing for United right now.
100%.
It's somebody who
I
can
mean,
come in, who can wipe the debt, not promise like put it in coding where he's not going to add on to the debt, and not flat out say he's going to wipe the debt. If that like what Sir Jim, yeah, thank you. What Sir Jim said, he said he's going to wipe the debt completely, and then he's also going to help modernize Old Trafford and as well as Carrington.
Mhm.
So what? That's a win-win. So why?
It's like I said, the issue is the fact that he's from Qatar and people are concerned about human rights things that Qatar has had in the past. But he himself has never flat out said anything about that. As far as I know, because I've looked and I haven't seen anything. And until I see that, my stance is still the same.
Okay, Vim. Sir Jim, the front runner.
I mean, we all know Sheikh Jassim is the best option. So, I guess you can put stuff out there into the media to spin things a certain way to make someone appear to be the front runner, because that's probably what the Glazers want, so they can retain some portion of the club.
Yes.
I think all the fans in the world want what it says in my background, and that's the way it needs to go. So if they do want to hang on, they're going to still get a lot of criticism. And Sir Jim probably knows that if he does let them stay on, he's going to get some criticism too. So it's not going to work out well for him. Plus, he doesn't have the finances. He's going to have to borrow a lot of money. He's not going to be able to wipe that debt, entirely. So I don't know why they keep pushing his name forward, because he's British and they want to keep their Britishness, whereas Man United is a global brand.
Exactly.
Most of our fans are non-British, so they need to just let go of this British thing, and they don't need a British guy to run the club. They need to just
They say it's a local lad.
It doesn't really matter, The thing is, I mean, we've seen glimpses of how he runs Nice. He's not very well liked over there. He's not very popular. He's got some, he's got this greenwashing thing going on. So we know what's best for our club. If we're going to compete with the likes of City and PSG and Real Madrid, then we need that all backing,
100%.
because it's an expensive game.
It is an expensive game.
Yeah, so we need Glazers out 100%. So 100% ownership is what's needed to take this club forward.
All right, thank you, bro. Kenneth, what your take, Sir Jim?
Yeah, I think let's not read too much into what we're what we're seeing with the media.
Because Sky Sports reported it on Thursday. Sky Sports did report it on Friday.
No,
yeah.
they didn't. They didn't.
Because I read the complete clip out on the one I covered.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
If they did, it's what they're being fed, isn't it? So there's spin going on. I think there's a lot of spin.
I think so, mate.
Yeah. I think let's just wait. Honestly, but let's just wait till it's confirmed. But can you imagine if it's Jim? I mean, what would that make us? A laughing stock, an absolute laughing stock, because we're just back to square one. It's like the Glazers starting all over again. Literally, Yeah, I just don't. Let's just wait. All I say is But I saw a statement on the contrary. I saw a statement from Sheikh Jassim's team saying that they're quite surprised and yeah, really surprised that everyone's thinking that Sir Jim's the favorite.
Mm.
From what they can see from
Mm.
their point of view, it looks like they're still in charge. And they've also, I read something else about how they've got, they have the capability to actually come in and offer even more money in the last
Wow.
minute.
Wow.
Yeah, so let's not write anything off.
Is that
at
is
the
that what
moment.
this is all about then? More money from Sheikh
I
Jassim?
think, yeah, I think the Glazers are using Sir Jim as a bargaining chip
Yeah.
to
Yes.
I think
Yes.
that's what they're doing. Because if you
Right.
look at what's gone on, was it Joe went to Qatar just before the World Cup, apparently for some business trip. Yeah, so they know that there's no way they can stay at this club. There will be an absolute, yeah, there'll be riots. There'll be riots if they think that they can stay with this club. I think that they've had enough now. They're just gonna sell up, and yeah, I think we'll go to Sir Jim. Sorry, Sir. No, Sheikh. Sorry.
Right. Debbie, you wanted to rebuttal something he was saying, or you wanted to add on to before we go to
I'm
K.
gonna say that I agree with what you're saying. Personally, to me, I think if I'm Qatar, I am saying, you know what? What is the final bid that this team is willing to offer?
Yeah.
Just give me that number. Let's not play the games. Just say what is the number they're willing to offer, and we will respond. Give them a chance to answer that and go from there. Let's not play this back and forth. I want this over with. It's taking too long. That's if I'm the Qataris, that's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Well, I think he could be in the bag. Maybe they know it's in the bag. Maybe they're just waiting for the Glazers to do their thing and confirm it.
And
Like, yeah.
let's also not forget, like, for example, like I know even I was guilty of this as well. On Friday, there was a Qatar executive private jet that flew from the
I
Tampa
saw, yeah.
area directly into Manchester. And it could just be a coincidence, but based on my inference skills, I think that's just way too much of a coincidence. If it was a regular private jet, okay, fine. That's easy. But the fact that it was a Qatar executive jet, which is owned, if I remember right, by the Qatari royal family, all that as well.
How do you know that?
Because we tracked it on there's flight tracking apps, and it flat out showed who it was.
Flight radar. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Vim,
it
this
showed
guy's
it
on
as-
another level, right?
And yeah, like even the flight number had like the Qatar.
Do you do any plane watching?
You're gonna make me. I have a photo of it in my phone.
Don't mess with Debbie. Do not mess with this guy.
Yeah, it had like if you could see it. Oh shoot. Yeah, I had a picture of it here. Let me change my background out. But anyway, the flight was named QE 720. QE stands for Qatar Executive.
This guy is not playing games. He's tracking
QE
every move he
720.
wants to shake.
Yes. Vim's looking
Okay.
it up right now.
Yeah.
Right. Kay, your take on Sir Jim. Is he the man? Is he not the man?
We looked at the pros and cons for both of them, but obviously there's more pros with Sheikh. But I just think I've said it all along. We're looking at it as fans. You've got to look at it in the eyes of the owners. If you were the owner, the Glazers have got money. They don't need more money.
Yes,
they
they
just
do.
want.
You say
No,
who?
this
guy's a bunch of crooks.
I mean,
Yeah,
as in
crooks,
like
man.
a lump sum when they can carry. Remember when the statement came up? They said, "Oh, we could sell it in another 5-10 years and double it." That when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, that is a worrying sign." And then obviously the infight between the family, the Avram and Joe don't want to sell, and the others want to sell. And I just said, for them to sell it and get a lump sum, or for them to part sell and still keep money coming, whether it's phased over the next 3 years or 5 years, for them that's the more appealing option. And I've just got a feeling all this distraction and delay. Remember, it was meant to be announced in March, then it got delayed again, then it got delayed again. Like for me, if Sheikh just says, "How much do you want?" and I'm sure he said this to them.
Yes.
He's not going to do that, Kate. He's not going to.
Nah,
do that.
No, he won't. He won't. Because this guy's going to name an exuberant number.
I'm just saying, if he said to them, "What offer are you willing to take to sign it now?" I don't know whether that's happened, but for me, it's like I'm thinking of it from a Glazers head. Like for the Glazers, they're gonna do whatever. And I think they're delaying it. I said it in the group earlier today. They're delaying it. They'll go to the final at Wembley. You think they're gonna announce that and say they're staying and giving it to Sir Jim before the final of the FA Cup with the
No
Man
way.
City and Man United? That will be. People will die. People will die at that game. That's why I said the more they're delaying it, to me says that it's going to Sir Jim.
Yeah,
Going
but
to Sir Jim.
I've
Yeah,
got,
I've got a feeling.
Kay has always thought it would go to Sir Jim, but my question to Kay is, surely, if that's the case, surely the easiest thing to do would be to go with with Elliott Group, right? You still maintain ownership of the club, but then you get like 300 million or 500 million.
But remember what I said when they got the Rain Group involved? The Rain Group was always catered to Americans.
Yeah,
And
but
that
Elliott
was
Group is
another
American.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Elliott
but
Group is
I mean
American.
the Rain Group. They were
the
put in
brokers, yeah.
for a purpose, and I believe they went with the Rain Group, and they've got a bad track record, and that just smells like foul play to me. All this. Then you had the guy that said he was going to get billions of Man United fans to buy the shares. Then you had all these different smoke screens. For me, it just. Then everyone was saying there was going to be a late bid from what's it? Oh,
the
who was
Norwegian guy, that Norwegian clown.
So it just I don't know. The more it's been delayed, the more I'm thinking.
Well, I hope not.
I personally think that they're just sitting. They said that they're not going to sell for anything less than $6 billion, and I think that they were just waiting for the price to get driven up until somebody met that valuation.
So
Has Sir Jim met 6 billion? Has he met it?
Do you think Sheikh said no to that?
I don't think he met it, but I think like based on what I'm reading now, and I mean this isn't confirmed or anything. I'm not saying I know this for certain, but I think as of last night, the Qataris have met that.
Oh,
the Qataris, because what we know about the Qataris is they're not going to give up. They it's a pride, it's a cultural thing, right? It's a cultural thing. It's like when someone rich. Yeah, I think it's something to do with like, in Africa and in the West, not the West, apart from the West.
Who's just bigger?
Yeah.
Who's just bigger?
Yeah. When you want something, you generally go for it. You do everything, and it will look bad on Sheikh Jassim to say that he bid it for Man United and lost out for his ego. His even his dad and everything. The whole thing about the Arabs and stuff is more. It's about class. It's about wanting something and getting it. They'll do everything to get it. So whilst he's not going to break the bank and say, hey, 7 billion, because he's not stupid, I think they will do everything possible to get it. It has to be something significant, like legal, something like human rights or something stupid like that for them to back down.
It's like I said before. I think they're just saying, what is their final offer on the other side? Tell us, and we'll go from there.
But if you look at it,
at the same time, they don't want to bid against themselves.
Of course.
Right. But so if you look at it,
what's the point? What's the point if you're the high bid? I'm just throwing out numbers. What's the point if you're already at 6 billion and the other side is only offering 4.5, but they're playing this like hard to get game? And why are you going to say I'm going to do 7 now?
It does make sense. But if you look at it, my point here is this: if it's going to be Sir Jim, isn't Sir Jim giving them an offer to stay in the club for another 3 years, which they would love, wouldn't they?
I think that's just a ploy for him because my personal belief is he knows that he can't compete cash-wise with the Qatari offer.
Right.
And this is just my belief. So he needs to find a way to appease him. Say, you stay on for a little while and make a little bit more money, but if I remember correctly, there is an option in his where he can buy them out in 3 years.
Yeah, there's more than one bid from Jim. There's a few different options. That's what's made it a lot more.
By the way, Vim, check your WhatsApp messages as well.
Yeah, it's made it a lot harder. I think Jim's
checking.
There's some from Jim. There's some from Jim and Ineos. Like there's so many different offers that's made it complicated. And now that's just put the spanner in the works. That's why because everyone's saying obviously the Sheikh can blow them out of the water, but if they could blow them out of the water. Like the negotiations would have stopped by now.
Right, that makes sense. Kay makes a very valid point. But
the
Sheikh is not giving the Glazers any. He's buying them out completely. You will be done. You will be out.
That, though. Yeah. It's already been stated that Joe and Avram don't want that. So they've all got to decide as a family what they want. And I can't see those two racks saying they want to
Yeah,
get
but
out.
go with Elliott Group. That's my comeback to that. Go with Elliott Group. You still retain. We've Sir Jim. Sir Jim's offering to buy them out in 3 years. Why would you want to do that if you want to retain
In 3 years,
the
what's
asset?
the difference
Yeah,
between now and 3
exactly.
years? When the
Yeah,
money
if
is
you
going to be
wanna-
much more, right?
If
Yeah,
you
but
want to
there's still
retain the asset, if you want to
3
retain
years.
the asset, you've got Elliott Group investing money there. You still maintain, because if Sir Jim comes in, he would want to change things. He would want to put in his own ideas, maybe make some decisions around leadership and stuff. If we go with Elliott Group would just give you the money and walk away, and you pay an interest back. You
Yeah,
can
but
give Ten Hag all he wants.
But either way, the Glazers don't care about the club. They just want money. That's all they care about. So you got to remember.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Elliott Group is better.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. They're thinking we can walk away now, or in 3 years' time, or whatever. It's only been stated 3 years. It might be longer. We're just saying what we've heard. Think about 3 years worth of money when Man United have been sold. The prices are going to go up. Like, you got to remember that they're going to just see cash. So that's why.
The next issue now is if I'm reading correctly, Sir Jim's bid, that's not everything up front, isn't it? Like payment plans, things like that.
Yeah.
Now, I think if I remember, the Sheiks is all the money up front.
Yes.
So you can take that money up front and do what you want with it, invest it elsewhere if they have plans to do things. So you got to think also from an investor perspective. I take this money right now, depending on this club, I'm at the mercy of whatever this person says, I have no control, versus I get all this money up front and I can control it. So in 3 years, maybe what I could have gotten with that is now worth, if I did that money, I could have gotten more. So you have to play that as well too.
I was listening to Rants, just quickly, I was listening to Rants on YouTube, and he made a valid point. He said, what is the guarantee that in 3 years, Manchester United, the value of Manchester United would not actually go down? Because when you got to realize that if Sir Jim comes in and the fans realize that the Glazers are there, share prices may actually start going down. The value of the club may start going down because there's going to be all sorts of riots, there's all sorts of protests and things like that. And it may actually affect the value. If we're not in the Champions League, for example, if Sir Jim doesn't bring enough money to buy players that we need to qualify, we don't make it next season, then where the value may actually drop down, so they may end up losing money.
But Ken, you got to remember, this season the value's already going up because of the Adidas sponsorship.
I know. For now, that's because of the
Champions
Sheikh
League.
and Champions League and
in their minds, they're thinking already. Well, we're already making more money, and then if we get bought out, think about all these sponsors that'll be like, oh, they're gonna jump on the bandwagon. They're gonna be throwing money at United. So all they're seeing is, I can't see us being worth less in what's it called, 3 years with Ten Hag at the helm. I can't see us being worth.
Well, that's
worth
if we invest.
If there is an investment.
Yes.
No, but they're going to invest. Whether they invest loads.
Don't forget what the Premier League is trying to do with the streaming deal.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's where all the money is going to be coming in.
Exactly.
So they don't want to lose out.
Yeah.
Tim, what's your take? What's your take on this, Tim?
No, I mean, I don't want Sir Jim. Never wanted him. I've always wanted the Sheikh. I've never wanted Sir Jim. But my fear is because of the Sir Jim offering them that option to stay on for 3 years. That is my read. I'm really, really worried about that.
Concern. Yes, 100%. 100%. It is concern.
It means the Sheikh might offer them, listen, this is the money we want, buy. They don't want to go. They want to still stay and hold on. Maybe they're still thinking maybe there's going to be a Super League again, So they're thinking, if we sell and take the money now, maybe the club's going to be worth more but we won't have any control over that because these guys have bought us all out. But Sir Jim is giving them that branch or olive branch to say, hang on, 3 more years. And that is my concern because they'll take it. So it's a win-win for them. They'll still get some money and still be at the club.
And the other thing, Tim, we don't know how they're restructuring the shares either.
See?
And one other thing that is very important, what's happening, you guys in America will see it. They're going to get this lump sum of money. If they've got nowhere to put it, money in the bank doesn't make money. All these banks that are failing in America, you think they want to put that money in the bank and it fails? All this bail-in stuff that's going on.
But
like for them, unless they've got something to put the money into, I can't see them doing it.
I think I know where they're looking at already.
Oh, what's that?
Don't forget as well, who has NFL streaming rights to the Middle East?
I don't even know.
Nobody.
Oh,
okay. Will they be able to do that with the Premier League though?
So that's another thing that I also think helps with like this as well, that you can start negotiating that way, and they can be the ones that maybe have a partnership or own the broadcast studio who has the rights to the NFL streaming in the Middle East.
Maybe. Don't know.
So there's
So what are you saying? Whoever gets the
I'm not
streaming
just saying they have
rights.
to put it in banks, whatever. Like
But do you think
they'll take their money and invest it somewhere.
Do you think Europe will want to have the streaming rights in the Middle East though? I can't see that happening.
No. I'm talking about National Football League, like
NFL.
American football.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what influence do you think that has on this purchase?
Because
The NFL
Qatar
streaming
would be-
rights.
because Qatar would be in sports, they can negotiate that as well.
Right.
That
So the
makes
thing is, isn't the NFL franchise a very profitable business, much more than Premier League?
No,
no.
Not
No.
Premier
No.
League's the most marketable sports thing.
not
in the world.
marketable.
no. So
Owning
in
football-
in the
what I'm saying
US,
is
in the
owning-
US, yes, the NFL is so. And I'll put it to you this way: like,
They
look,
make a loss.
go on Google and just watch how many people watch the Super Bowl versus how many people watch the Champions League final.
Yeah, I don't mean in terms of viewership. I'm saying in terms of owning a club. Isn't it more profitable to own an
Have you not
NFL
seen the
club
wages
compared
they
to
get paid?
Isn't it more
No,
profitable
so
to own an
the-
NFL club
the-
than it is a Premier League football club?
It's less risky. It's less risky
Less
because
risky.
of promotion relegation.
There's no relegation in
There's no
NFL.
relegation. Yeah.
From that perspective, yes, you are correct.
Because you're not losing any revenue. If you come last in that group, you are staying there. So what happens when you come last?
And they share the profits, and they share.
They share the profits. When they come last, the benefit of coming last, you get the first pick. So it's like when the transfer window opens, you get to pick the best of everything first because you came
Why do
last.
you-
Oh, really?
Why, and also,
Yeah,
why
it's
do you
stupid.
think,
It's called the draft
why
pick.
do you think the Glazers, as well as God, who's the Arsenal? Stan Kroenke, were
Kroenke.
so in for the Super League? It was basically taking the NFL and making it into
model.
Champions League.
Yeah.
So like
So that would- that
the
would
Houston
be-
Texans, came literally second. They actually out of the 19 game season, they lost 17 games. So
Barca
the
just
plan
won
was
the
to
league,
lose
guys, by the way.
18 so they could get the draft pick and pick first. They'll pick the first quarterback. They'll get all the picks first because they came
How
last.
many teams in the?
Because you have
NFL?
East and West. I think it's East and West. You have
How
East
many
and
teams
West.
are there?
I think it's 36 or something.
36. So
Yeah.
if you come 18th, you get the top draft pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which means in a football European sense, you're relegated, you're done. So
Yeah.
the owner would lose money. But in this case, he's gonna get to pick the golden players. He's gonna pick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be able to pick a Ronaldo. I'm gonna be able to pick a Messi because I came last. So when the manager of Houston Texans won the very last game of the season, he got fired. He was gonna be fired anyway, but he stopped them getting the first draft pick. They're not gonna be second draft pick. They'll pick after. They'll go second instead of first because they won enough. They won 17 games. They won 2 games instead of winning only one in the whole season.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
stupid. So you
That's
ask
just
yourself,
loser mentality.
it is. So,
Yeah.
but you know what the owners see? They still see seats in the stadium. If it was football, you know, all as football fans, that the fans would protest like, we ain't coming to watch this every week. No way. But these guys will turn up 60,000 week in, week out. I think they're beginning to think like, okay, we keep losing. Some of them started to back down a bit, like we're not spending money on merchandise anymore because this team is going nowhere. That's it. Even they still get the first draft pick, they still don't do well. You know.
And the wages for NFL compared to Premier League?
They do the. I think Devin. They do the 5-year advance kind of stuff.
So well, to be fair, Vim, I don't think that's a fair comparison because the NFL, their rosters are over 50 players.
Mm.
So I think it's a 53-man roster.
Yes.
Yeah. But a top
Versus
player in
compared to
NFL,
what a Premier
would he
League
earn
has.
like $500,000 a year, or what does he earn?
Who?
A top player.
A top player. Some
player in
like.
NFL.
A
what
top
would he
player.
earn?
Well, right now, the
Up to
quarterbacks
30 million a year.
make about $50 million a year.
Yeah.
50 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
dollars.
Big
Yeah,
wages.
it's ridiculous.
And
Okay.
you got to remember, a lot
I
of
mean,
them
but
don't have a long
look
career.
at what Mbappe is making. So like it kind of yeah. So think
Yeah,
about
but
that way.
Mbappe's in a unique and Haaland, like in the
Yeah, but like so
NFL,
like that's what I'm
loads of
saying.
players.
Like you have those playmakers. The only ones who are making that money are like a few quarterbacks now.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Like those are outliers.
But the shelf life of a NFL player is not nowhere near as long as a footballer. That's
Yeah.
the other
That too.
issue.
That
That's true.
too.
That's true. Okay. Let's now move to the league. The EPL, the EPL. Right. So as it stands now, so can we now say City are going to win the league title and Arsenal? Is it over for Arsenal now? Bim, start me off.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say so. Well, I think they had that blip when they, I think, was it 3 draws and then Man
Yes,
City lost?
the Anfield draw, Southampton draw.
Yeah.
Oh wow! Sorry guys. Breaking news.
West Ham.
Sorry
Breaking
guys.
news, elephant fell off the tree.
No. Barcelona
Oh.
fans are being attacked by the Espanyol fans because they've just won the league.
Is
Oh,
it?
Just
wow.
celebrating on the pitch, and yeah, they were celebrating on the pitch, and the fans came on the pitch and attacked them. So they've all
Oh,
run into the.
Was it?
They've
Is it
won- they've won-
Espanyol?
Yeah,
Away?
it's on ITV4. They've just
ITV4?
they've just run into run back into the change.
Nah, you can't go on the. You can't go.
You
on the
can't
pitch
go
on
there
away
and be doing
ground.
that.
On
No, but they
away
won the
ground.
league. They just won the
Yeah,
league.
but imagine that, Ken.
They
Here,
won the game.
you run
Yeah.
on the pitch of an away ground, winning the league.
Yeah.
Fans ain't
Ain't
gonna have
happening,
that,
mate. Ain't happening.
man. That's
Yeah.
mad.
Anyway, sorry.
Right. So, can we officially say it is over for Arsenal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bim, you think?
I
Is
think-
there
yeah, I think it's
any more
over.
twists and turns in this league title?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I was thinking several months ago that, at some point they're going to unravel, and when they get injuries, they're going to unravel. That's when it's going to happen. I thought it was going to be Saka or Martinelli or someone else playing up front, but it happened to be Saliba.
Mm.
When he got injured, it all unraveled. They haven't got enough squad depth.
So,
Commiseration.
is it
Arsenal
over?
fans. Yeah, it's over this season.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me jump to Kenneth. Kenneth with the elephant that's come up the
Yes.
tree that sat there for so long. Is it over?
100% over. Yeah, it was over. When they, I think against Southampton, that was
The free
Southampton
draw,
and
Emirates.
yeah. Those 2 games, Southampton and West Ham, were the 2 killers, to be honest. Especially West Ham, 2-0 up. I mean,
Yeah. And at Anfield, they were 2-0 up at Anfield. Remember?
yeah, Anfield, you can kind of that happens, right? It's Liverpool. Liverpool were 4-0 up against Barcelona, 4-0 down against Barcelona. Sorry, came back and still went through. So that can happen. But yeah, West Ham and Southampton at home, especially, it's just not to let
Because
that happen.
remember,
It's just-
they went to St. James and got a result. Everyone
And
was
won.
shocked and won.
Yeah, but that's because
So they were
not
all
under
excited.
duress. They were not under duress. They were not under pressure. That's why. When when the pressure is there, that's when teams tend to choke. Remember us when we had to beat Crystal Palace to go. I think to go. Was it 3 points
Clear.
behind Arsenal or something?
Mm.
We bottled it. Conceded a last minute free kick from what's
Oh,
that
Elise.
fella's name?
Yeah,
Elise,
that
yeah.
was a
Yeah,
fantastic
yeah.
free kick, mate.
Yeah. So that's
And
what
they
pressure
fired.
does to you.
Didn't they fire? What's it? Vieira?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
And rightly, it turned out to be a good decision because they're mid-table
Started
now.
scoring
Who's
goals,
there
man.
now?
Yeah,
Hodgson.
He
Uncle
came
Roy.
back.
Yeah.
yeah, Uncle Roy's back, man.
Damn.
Uncle Roy's been winning big games.
Well, they've been scoring goals, man. They've been
Yeah.
scoring goals.
Wow. He should not have left in the first case then. What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they wanted a different style of football.
Yeah.
They wanted to
Okay.
play like ticky-tack, play like Brighton, basically.
Did they
with Vieira.
succeed?
Yeah,
I think they were playing good
No.
football. I
they were.
thought.
They tried. Yeah.
They were
And
not in
Crystal Palace were
relegation.
fourth,
They were
yeah.
not threatening under. They're not on relegation
They'll-
threat when they
they'll
fired
cross down
Vieira,
to
were
it.
they?
I
They
think
were.
it-
They
they
were?
were.
Sacked.
I think it was
Yeah.
3 or 4 points off it.
Three-
Even though it
yeah,
was
about
like a
that.
lot of teams.
Yeah,
They were-
yeah,
they
they
were
were
close
like
to it.
3-4 points.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Arsenal. Is there any more twists and turns this season?
The only twist and turn is how much more can they capitulate? Because I think this will next
Yeah,
season. I said it at the start of the season.
Yes.
Remember when they capitulated at the end of the season last
Yeah.
season? And this
Newcastle,
season,
top 4. Yeah.
You had the World Cup. I said, look, the World Cup. Look at Saka. Saka was carrying them for most of the season,
Yes.
and
Yes.
since then
Normal cases.
his form's dipped.
Yeah.
His form's dipped, and
Yeah. His form's
you,
dip.
you can't win a league with just one player. Like City have showed you, they didn't start well, but they've hit form at the right time.
Mm.
He's rotating players, and yeah, they've been there and done it. And it's always better to chase than be chased, especially when you've won it before. So yeah, like Arsenal fluffed it, and next year I think they're going to struggle with the top 4. Being in the
Top
Champions
4, yeah.
League, and the pressure of this season, it's going to be
Chelsea
tough for
being
them.
back,
Chelsea,
Liverpool be back,
Poch
you know.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
Arteta's thinking of selling a lot of his academy players to fund purchases for the first team.
Wow.
He's not going to get a
He-
lot of money,
he's thinking
though,
of
is he?
Isn't
selling.
that the future he's selling there?
Yeah,
If
he
does
is.
that?
But because he's now in Champions League, he needs to broaden his squad.
Right,
So
right.
he's looking at selling the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe and a few other young starlets, which is
Which now
a
say-
very short-term view. Very short-term view for the club.
Devin, quickly. Arsenal any twists and turns? Is it over?
It's done. It's like
Simples.
yeah, it's Arsenal are realizing the same problem that we have had for so long. No squad depth.
Hmm.
The team is starting to get burnt out. Don't forget, it was what 2 or 3 seasons ago. Come January, we were first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when Oli was
Squad
there.
burnt out.
This is what I was saying to Arsenal fans. They just didn't listen. I was like, look, we were top in January. We ended up 14 points behind City.
Remember, they interviewed Pogba. They interviewed Pogba, and he said, "You don't win the league in January." He scored a goal versus Fulham. Remember that game?
Yeah.
And everyone was saying we're top of the league, and he even said it. It's still a
So
long way
with
to
that
go.
being said, it's I think it's done for them now. They have top 4 locked up, so whatever. Okay, fine. They're playing Champions League. Cool. What I wonder is if Stan Kroenke is going to back the manager now in this offseason. Because if he doesn't, they're going to struggle.
Yeah, they will. They will.
Yeah, well.
Well.
Yeah,
what can I
because
say?
second season is a lot tougher. In the first season, people think we're kind of trying to figure out Arsenal. Zinchenko coming into midfield. If next season that is going to get exploited big time, people know, okay, left back's going to get into midfield. Let's finish them off on the right, on the wings. Jesus, even what's his name? Odegaard. He'll be marked
He's
out
done well.
completely.
He's done well.
Yeah, he's done really well. First full season, he'll be completely marked out next season. People will be coming for Arsenal next season.
Yeah.
And then back up is just what Kay said before. It reminded me so much of what my athletics coach told me at university. Train as though you're number 2, but perform as though you're number 1.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what City did.
Yeah. That makes sense. City have always just, because City have the tools to go on those runs that are just ridiculous. And Arsenal are hoping for them to drop points. I don't see them dropping. And they got Chelsea next. I don't know.
Chelsea had one win, and that seems to be a blip now.
Yeah, they'll beat Chelsea. I was speaking to an Arsenal fan today, and he was saying that the Everton defeat to Man City affected them. That's why Arsenal.
Because a lot of people were expecting a thingy.
Yeah, that was the game that they expected Man City.
I did not think in hell to think Everton going to beat City. There was no way.
Do you know what it was?
I think people got their hopes up when they saw De Bruyne was out of the squad.
Mm.
Or out of the starting 11.
This is a team that has like for like.
He came in and said, "Watch this." Well, sorry, Gundogan came in and said, "Watch this."
Do you know what confirmed it for me that they were going to beat them? The way Everton blasted Brighton, it was almost like, you know what, we've got to beat Brighton because City ain't going to beat us. We're not going to beat City. So once they beat Brighton, I was like, City are going to beat these lot. I think they even knew it. This is a game we could really get points from. So it's just,
it kind of shows the unpredictability of the Premier League.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
That's
it really
what
does.
makes it so incredible.
Yes.
Yep.
Right. Question time. Anyone got questions?
Yeah, I got a question.
United finished 4th or 3rd.
Okay, you go first.
David, go on.
Go on, Devin.
I was saying, where do United finish? 4th, 3rd, or 5th?
I think they're finishing 3rd. I think the momentum. I think Newcastle begin to feel the pressure. I think
who's
Newcastle
Newcastle got? Brighton and who else? Who's the other 2?
I can't see them being Brighton.
Newcastle.
Who's the other 2 games?
They played Brighton, Leicester, Chelsea, and Leeds.
Woo!
Right,
yeah, Leicester. I got Leicester. Leicester
could beat them,
Leicester could beat Chelsea. Can beat them.
Watch tomorrow. Liverpool are in for it tomorrow because if Leicester win, they're out of the top 4. Yeah, sorry, out of the bottom 3.
Yeah. I think Newcastle have missed the opportunity. They lost the last 3 games have been half difficult for them. After beating us and beating Spurs, They've not done well after those
Do you
two
think
games.
we'll win our last 3 games though?
Chelsea,
I don't think
Fulham,
we'll win all
and
3.
think we get
Aston
7.
Villa, right?
I think we
think
get
we got-
7. I think we get 7 out of 9.
Yeah, I
we've
don't
got
think we'll win all
Bournemouth
3.
next.
So Villa, Chelsea, and Fulham, right?
Fulham.
Aston Villa away.
Fulham,
Yeah.
No. Bournemouth. It's
Fulham-
not Villa.
Fulham,
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth,
Yes,
Chelsea.
Bournemouth next Saturday away.
and yeah, sorry, yeah.
So who we got next? Chelsea or Bournemouth next?
Bournemouth
Bournemouth.
next.
We got Bournemouth away.
Chelsea, and then
finish
Fulham.
off with Chelsea and Fulham.
Fulham at home, and Chelsea and then Fulham.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
could see 7 out of 9.
Yes, 7. I'll take 7 out.
I'll take 7 out of 9.
It's the
Fulham-
goal difference that's messed
Fulham
us
will
up.
be sticky, but I think we could still. You know, they came to give us a fight in that FA Cup game. I think we
Yeah.
could still.
And
We could
I
get
have a
through
feeling we may have top 4 locked up by then, and he may rotate the side with the FA Cup final. Thinking about that,
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. Do you know why? Ten Hag's not that manager to rotate. He does not rotate. He's all about winning that game. That's how he is.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll rotate.
He
Because
there is
we're
he
only
does
playing one game a week.
rotate when the player doesn't play well.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's the only time he changes it.
Right. Okay. Any other
I've
questions?
got a question. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's been muted that McAllister's going to Liverpool for 70
Right.
million.
That's a
Really?
lot.
Is that a good signing?
Yes,
I mean, he's a really good player, though. I was impressed.
Well,
I'm quite
he's-
impressed, but I
Is
think
he
it's
a
a bit
number 10?
much.
I don't think he's that good.
I think he's good, but do you know what it is with the
I don't
McAllister
think he's
deal?
that good.
They've agreed terms. They haven't agreed a fee.
Mm.
So
But
I
they
think
say
a few of the
70 something million.
It's a lot for.
I think it's a good player, but whether it's that
Yeah.
guy to
I
go
don't
to
think it's
Liverpool
that much,
and then
bro. I would
turn
have
the
said
corner at
60
Liverpool-
max, if that.
I mean, if you look at it this way, like look at how much Declan Rice is being quoted.
Oh,
Look at how much
God.
Jude Bellingham is being quoted, and then you have this guy who's a World Cup winner as well.
Yeah,
like,
but you don't.
it's kind of like what happened when we bought
Yeah.
Martinez because he was a World Cup winner.
Romero's a World Cup winner. Who would
But
buy
Devin,
him?
never sign a player off the back of a tournament. James
Yes.
Rodriguez. What's his name? Harry Maguire. We signed him off the back of a World Cup. Who else?
Mhm.
There's been loads of people that have been
Loads
signed
of
off
players, yeah.
of a tournament, and they've been shambles. And I don't think McAllister's what they need.
What's that French
Is he a
defender
number
that we
10?
bought as well?
Well, I don't know.
He plays as a
What is
10.
Mc-
He
He's
I
playing
think
as a
he's
10.
I think he's a 10, isn't
He's
he?
like a
I don't even know
midfielder
what
plays
he
as a
is.
striker.
That's
It's
how
very
bad I don't
weird.
even know what
He
he
can
is.
play a 6'8" or a 10. He can play any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Both
need
has
they
a
need
growth
they need
space.
midfield. They need midfielders. So
Yeah,
They
but I
also
don't
need
think
a
it's
right
good
back.
enough. I don't
Yeah,
think
Liverpool
it's
do
good
need
enough.
Liverpool do need a
need
lot of midfield
midfielders.
players. They
I
do.
don't
They're
think
gonna
he's
do a player
dynamic
out.
enough. I don't think
I
he's
don't think
dynamic
it's good
enough.
enough. He's not good enough to take
But
Liverpool to where they want to.
Klopp must see something in him to want him. Think about it. Klopp does
He
have an
just needs
eye.
bodies. He needs
Well,
bodies.
just like he saw with Arthur Melo, right? The guy that didn't kick a ball. Remember the guy he signed
Yeah,
from
it's true.
Juventus? Do you remember
Which guy?
Arthur Melo? Some guy called Arthur Melo from
Right.
Juventus. You
Oh,
probably
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
him because
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
bought like last minute because like transfer. I think it was 2 seasons ago when someone got injured.
Injured,
I think-
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so it didn't kick. It didn't even. I think he came on once. He had
Wow.
one substitute appearance. That was
Right.
it.
I got one question. Is City going to the Champions League final?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
No.
Vim.
Uh,
Vim.
No.
I hope not.
No, don't use your bias. What do you
Well,
think as the game stands
What do
1-1 now?
think?
I know what you're
City,
hoping for.
they're a
I know
dangerous
what we're all
beast.
hoping for.
Yeah, we hope they don't. But with City,
Hmm,
there's like a shining star for every game.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
One player great was Grealish.
Time's up.
There's De Bruyne. Then it's what's his face today?
Yeah, they don't rely on just one
German,
player. That's one
Gundogan.
good thing.
Gundogan.
Yeah, but so it's
Gundogan,
the way they rotate, and Mahrez scoring a hat trick in the semi-final. It's like the way they can rotate, the way the system just changes is so fluid. Their stunning stars are everywhere throughout the team. You just don't know what you're going to get with that team.
Mm.
I think Real Madrid are wily operators. They've got good experience. They've got a very good manager, and Ancelotti's back to the hilt by the president of Real Madrid. He wants to keep him as long as possible. So, and they're setting records, but City is desperate for this golden chalice, and they're looking good. They're looking very, very
So
good.
it's
I
the
don't know.
1-1 it's all to play. No more away goals don't count anymore. So
Yeah,
it's
but
all
the
to
thing is,
play.
Real Madrid can go to any stadium and put on a show. I
Yeah.
don't think
Yeah.
they get intimidated. So
Yeah.
they will come to Manchester and they'll give them a damn tough game. But you just don't know what City squad you're going to expect then, because you don't know how Pep is going to set up for that game.
Mm.
I know he's going to be
All out attack.
100%. No, he's going to be 100% focused on the Champions League game, because this is what he wants. He's going to let the squad do what they do in the Premier League, which is just going to run
Do
his
enough
Rolls
to get the
Royce.
result.
He's going to run his Rolls Royce engine, on gear 4 or whatever. He's just going to keep running his Rolls Royce. But for the Champions League, he's going to turn it up a notch. I know he is, and he's going to bring out a system that is going to counter what Real Madrid do. So it's going to be a real tactical battle. Real Madrid, I hope, but I don't
Okay.
know. We'll see.
Devin.
Real Madrid are the record holders in this competition for a
Mm.
reason. La Liga is gone. Well, I don't know if Barca won it officially tonight or not, but
Yeah, they've won it. They won it
They
tonight.
won it. They won it.
Yeah.
so okay, I wasn't tracking that, but yeah, so that all they have to play for now and is they already won what was it, the Copa del Rey?
Yep, they won that last week. Yep.
So all they have to play for now is Champions League. This is the only thing that they're focused on right now. They pretty much know whoever wins this is probably going to lift the cup.
Yes.
Being
yes.
very
Compared to the Italian derby on the other side.
Don't get that twisted. Inter Milan.
No,
will
but
have a big say
what
on
I'm
that.
saying is being very realistic. On paper, whoever wins this,
Yes, you're right. Yeah. On
Right.
paper, yeah.
Whoever wins is going to be the favorite.
Real Madrid in
Yeah.
Champions League is a whole different beast versus Real Madrid in any other competition.
Yeah.
This is a side who's
This
been
will be the
here
50th. If they win, it'll be the 15th time. Bloody hell.
Yep.
Now here's it.
Ooh.
So they've already figured out how to counter Holland. The
Yes.
next thing now is
Rudiger dealt with him.
yes.
And Grealish, they nullified
Rudiger did a good
Grealish.
job. Yeah.
now,
knocked him off.
and I'm getting to that. Okay, now they have to figure out. They have to figure out how are you going to get after De Bruyne, which then leaves Grealish open. If they can figure that out, they should be able to get through. Now, here's the question that I have now: Who on City is going to mark Vinicius? Who's going to stop Vinicius?
No one can stop
Walker.
him.
No one. He can't. He can
can't
try
stop
and match him for speed.
Because
but-
then when that happens, then you also have Benzema to deal with.
Yep.
And then on top of
So-
that, Luka Modric, who's
That
practically
guy's not. It doesn't age.
It's still phenomenal.
He's unstoppable.
That's one
Yes.
guy we should have signed. Man. I don't know how we.
And
let that go.
I will say this right now: if it goes to a penalty shootout,
Mm.
I am backing Courtois.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm. Wow.
Yeah.
Don't
Okay.
get me wrong, Ederson's distribution is phenomenal. It's incredible. But that goes out the window in a penalty shootout.
Yeah,
Mm.
it does.
I spoke to
okay. Kenneth.
I spoke to a Real Madrid fan, and he said, "I'm not worried about City." That's what
Oh,
he
wow.
said.
That's
Even
so
after
confident.
even after the first leg.
I wouldn't be worried
he
about
said,
City.
Even
he
after
said
the
it-
first leg.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said
City
he's not
weren't
worried
that
about
great.
City.
City weren't that
Yeah.
impressive.
Wow.
You got to remember,
Mm.
Real Madrid didn't have Militao. They played Camavinga and what's his name?
They played
Rudiger and
Rudiger and
Tchouaméni.
thingy. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
you're
And
taking.
they look like they're going to get Bellingham as well.
Yeah,
that's
I know, right?
Yeah, and Mbappe.
What a
They're taking
midfield that would
Mbappe
be,
later
huh?
on.
A young midfield. That's probably
Yeah.
the best
They're
in the
gonna
world.
dominate for years. They're gonna
Is
dominate.
Tony
Yeah.
Cruz still at Real Madrid? Or is left?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
He's still
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
He'll play on
Tony
Wednesday
Cruz.
as well. Yeah.
He's getting very old. He's getting very injured.
Just
Doesn't have
another
his
thing
pace.
for the game on Tuesday. Real Madrid rested Cruz, Modric, and Vinicius on yesterday. So that just shows you how much they're taking it. They came on as subs, but they rested them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So boy, like they're gonna.
Whoa.
They-
So
they-
do
they
you
need
see
that
Real Madrid getting
experience.
through?
Yeah.
And you got to remember, City are at home. The fans, they're gonna be so nervous because they've never won it.
Mm.
So there's more pressure on City than there is Real Madrid.
That's true. That is true. That is
And
so
one
true.
you-
one thing
you-
to add as well. One thing to add, sorry, is the fact that Real Madrid are not scared of playing
Anybody.
of parking the bus. They're not scared of parking the bus because other teams would think, "Oh yeah, semi-final, we need to come out and play." And when you come out and play, City will rip you apart, rip you to
I-
shreds.
do-
Real Madrid
do-
are quite confident. You know what they did at Anfield?
They're good at
park
defending.
the bus and hit you on the break.
Yeah, but I don't think they park the bus for long.
They don't do
they're very-
Mourinho park
very-
the bus.
They don't do
Not
that
the,
park
not
the
the
bus.
Mourinho one. Not the
They
Mourinho
they
one, but
very
the-
much
they-
attack.
attack, but
Right.
they
They
defend
shut off.
well.
They shut off parts of the pitch very well.
Yeah,
Very
that
well.
bit came
Just by
shut off
position.
part of the pitch. They shut it down.
Yeah. They make you go where they want you to go.
Yeah.
They don't
So
even
everyone
need
is
to part the
literally
pitch.
saying Real Madrid are going to get through this game, from what I'm gathering. We all are in
Yeah.
agreement. No one
Yeah,
wants
there's
them to
gonna
win
be-
Champions League.
There's going to
Yeah,
be
but
some
you don't
dodgy.
know what Pep is going to do.
There's
That's the
going to be
thing.
some dodgy referee decision that gives it to Madrid. You know the
I don't care, mate. I really don't.
You know that's gonna happen.
If
but
it was
Vim-
Barcelona, I would agree.
Yeah, Vim, Pep can
Yeah.
also blow it. He's done it so many
I
times.
know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
know, but he's
He
got
can come up with
squad.
stupid.
I
Yeah,
think
he
the
can
missing
blow it.
He's got the
ingredient
squad now.
was Haaland, the missing
Haaland.
piece.
Yeah,
If Real Madrid are able to count him, I think they took care of him last week, so
Yeah.
that's not a big problem for them. They just shut the supply to him, and they shut it down very well. I think
Do-
it will be a tight game. I could see a 2-1 victory Real Madrid. 2-1.
Mm.
3-2 over.
do you know how many
Madrid.
away fans
Which
are
would
going
be
to be
nice. As a United fan.
at the
Yeah.
game?
No, but Vim, to counter that.
Yeah.
How many United fans are going to buy home tickets to support Real Madrid for that match? 'Cause I think they did that in a season before too.
Can they do that?
I'm sure they'll find a way.
Right. So,
So
on the
thing
other
is, how
side
many-
of the
how
draw,
many-
go on,
How many
go on.
away fans are allowed in this game at
Let me see.
the
Let me look it
Etihad?
up. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, it's
I
probably
mean,
That's-
Etihad is
that's
what the
key.
capacity?
It'll be
50,000
ve-
or 60?
yeah. 60. I think it's
Etihad.
60,000.
So the away fans, they allow
Okay,
what, 10,000 away fans or less?
53,400.
No,
No,
about-
it's not that
yeah,
many.
about-
It's not that many.
Two and a half.
It won't even be like
2.5?
105.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah, 2.5.
that's not a lot though.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. They just keep
Yeah, about
doing the-
3,000.
3,000.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
there
hardly
you go.
Wow.
anything.
Not a lot. But
It's always
hey,
been that in Champions League.
they might be the ones singing the loudest. So on the other side of the draw, you have Inter and AC Milan. Lukaku, Mkhitaryan, and Darmian. All United rejects.
Mm.
Might be going to Champions League.
You say they're rejects, but they won a few trophies at United.
I mean, yeah, Lukaku won.
Damian won the FA Cup, League Cup, Europa League.
He
and
won the
Community
League
Shield.
Cup.
Yeah, with Van Hal.
No,
No,
he
FA
wasn't
Cup.
with.
No,
FA
but the
Cup,
League
no,
Cup
he
was
was-
with no, it
League
wasn't
Cup was
it wasn't
with
League
George
Cup.
Mourinho.
Yeah, he was there when Mourinho was there.
Was
Was
he?
he?
Yeah, in the first season. Remember, Damian was there.
Oh,
used to play
okay. So
Damian
he
all the
was
time.
the team that went to Wembley that played Southampton. He was in that
Yeah,
squad.
when Zlatan.
For which match?
You know, we beat Southampton 3-2 in the League Cup final with Mourinho, right?
Is that the game where,
2017.
is that the game where Ibra scored the free kick?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Damian was in that squad. I'm assuming he was then.
Yeah, it
So
was,
he won
it
the League Cup.
That was the same year that we won the Europa League, right?
Yes, Mkhitaryan
he
won the Europa
Europa
League
League as
with
well.
us as well. He scored in
Yeah,
that
won the
final.
final, yeah.
2016, 2017, right?
Did Lukaku win anything with us?
Yeah.
No.
Mm,
What did he win?
Oh.
No,
it
he-
wasn't.
he-
No, he didn't. No, he
Oh,
didn't.
no,
He didn't win anything.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't.
No, because we went on that dry spell after the last Europa League up until this last League Cup.
Yeah, we
So
didn't
it's
win
like,
anything
yeah.
since Mourinho.
Yeah.
So AC Milan, Inter Milan. What was the score of the first leg?
2-0.
2-0.
How many?
2-0. Should have been more.
2-0 to Inter.
Yeah.
It's done. It's over.
Do you know what
Yeah,
it
it's
is?
done, it's done.
AC
done.
haven't got the legs.
It's
Inter are too dynamic for them. Wait.
It's
Yeah, it
over.
was
So it's
that-
gonna be. I'll just say it's gonna be
Main
Inter.
guy was hurt too. Milan's main guy was hurt.
Yeah. Leao.
What's the guy's name?
Rafael Leao.
Leao,
Yes.
yeah, he's injured. He's injured.
Then let's go to the Juventus Sevilla game. Was a good game. I like that. That was a good game to watch.
Pogba come on and give the assist, the header.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, Brock Pogba was looking
Yeah.
good though.
And now he's injured again.
He just got hurt
He's-
today, if I was looking, if I remember right.
He's injured again.
Yeah,
He's joined the anti-Martial club.
Yeah. he got injured yesterday or today.
What
I
the
think.
hell? God dang! It's been out literally what, the whole season, literally.
More or less.
Yeah.
You know what I found funny about that? That Juventus tried to blame United's medical staff for all that,
Yeah.
and all of us were like, "You did the medical."
Yeah, but United knew. That's why they didn't sign a new deal. They knew that it wasn't. I think they knew that he's at an age now where he's not
Is it the
gonna-
same injury he's getting?
He's just getting old, isn't
Hamstring.
it? It's wear and tear.
I think it's the dodgy stuff he's been doing off pitch,
I knew
man.
he was
With
gonna say
the voodoo stuff and planting things.
Let's
that
get that hyena from underneath
Yeah,
Old
hyena.
Trafford.
So you think
People actually
Juventus will get
believe-
past Sevilla?
People
Would you
actually
prefer
believe-
Sevilla or you prefer Juventus?
Juventus.
Sevilla,
Oh, because they beat us?
Yeah,
Real
exactly
Madrid's
that.
Champions League.
Sevilla
Leave it at
at
that.
home though. Sevilla they're at home, so
Yeah,
That
Juve
is,
could choke. Juve could definitely choke.
Juve could choke, but Juve have the experience though. I mean, this is Sevilla's trophy, in fact, actually. This is Sevilla's
Choked
trophy.
before.
Sevilla, like I said, Sevilla to Europa League is what Real Madrid is Champions League.
Yeah. Yeah, you're very correct. You're
don't
very
be
correct.
surprised if K's favorite manager wins it.
Yeah, Jose.
Yep.
They're leading the first leg, aren't they?
Yep, they 1-0
Yeah.
up against
Do you
Leverkusen.
know
He's gonna
what
shut it
Josie
down.
said? They were saying that if Josie wins this, it's better than what if Pep wins the Champions League. I don't know
Why?
if it came from Jose's mouth, but they've been talking about it in the media.
Oh God.
So he's won all three European trophies: Champions League,
Yeah.
Europa League, and Europa
Yeah.
Conference last season.
Mhm.
So he's won all three European tournaments in the new shapes. Good.
Yeah.
He might
And
win it.
They're saying Tammy Abraham will win all of them as well if he wins this one.
Is he still on loan or he's a permanent move now?
No, they're
No,
boring.
permanent move.
They bought
They're
him.
boring. They're boring.
Juventus have got a really good team, man.
They do.
They've got a very
I mean,
good
did
players.
they get their
On
points
paper.
reinstated?
Yeah, on paper it's a good team. Yeah, they got the paper.
Yeah, they
points
got
from third.
one of
No wonder they're now
one of-
second in the table.
One of my favorite attackers.
But
Favorite
they're still
attackers.
like 15 points off the top.
Vlahovic.
No, Chiesa. He's a
Yeah.
dangerous. I just
Yeah,
one.
he is.
He's one guy I want us to
Oh,
get,
18
man. He's
minutes
just
to
very
finish outside
dynamic.
the top four.
What do you say? What do you say, Devin?
I said, isn't it now that Milan could finish outside the top four on current standings?
Very true.
Which is interesting because if they finish outside of that, maybe some of their stars want to leave. AKA, I'm looking at their goalkeeper.
But you know, next year it's going to 5 places in the Premier League. The top 5.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
Yeah. I think it's
Fine.
2020,
That is good.
2024, 25, I think. But it's going
Really?
to 5 places.
Why are
Yeah.
they doing? Why are they making it so
money.
many
that's
teams?
Because that's
'Cause
because they
money.
changed the format. No, they changed
Yeah.
the Champions League
They've added
format.
extra
There's more
teams.
teams. Yeah, in the
But you
Champions
know why
League.
they've done that? Because so
Why?
many top teams are missing out of the Premier League. They bring a lot of revenue.
Mm.
But
Imagine
5
Man United
teams
have
is
been
becoming
missing so many
ridiculous now, mate.
Yeah,
I
Champions
think-
League's gonna
I
have
think they
more.
did
When I was
Now
growing up,
they-
it was the winner and no one else. That was
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
No one
Yeah,
else.
but
Then they went to
Is that
2.
what-
When we won in '99, it was 2. Runner up. Because we were runner up to
Hmm.
Arsenal in '98, 99 season. We were runners up to Arsenal because Arsenal won the double. We now won the Champions League. Then they made it top 4. It just becoming
Yeah,
ridiculous.
but could that also be in reaction to
Super
the
League.
Super League? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly what
That's
I
what
think.
it is.
That's exactly what I think.
It's all about money. It's all about money.
They say your Champions League is going to play in the American one. I think they're talking about him playing in it.
I don't think that'll happen.
No.
I don't think that'll happen.
No.
I don't think
No,
that'll
yeah, David, I was with you like, oh hell no.
The fans will have it.
He'll be playing in Texas.
The fans will have it.
No, you'll get
Absolutely not.
if Champions League is played in Texas and it's a Spanish team there, it will be sold out 100 because in Texas they have a Spanish speaking.
That's like saying, let's play the Super Bowl in Germany.
You, look, yeah.
Oh god, that's just ridiculous, mate.
It's the same thing. It's the same.
It
thing.
is the same thing.
But you know
It
why that's
just
happening?
doesn't make
'Cause
sense.
You're getting so many American owners in football. That's why.
That's your point. That is true. The American owners are diving into the European market
Trying-
football.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Any more questions?
Yeah, I just wanted to say about the FFP rules next year. About you can only, I think, 70% of your what's it called?
Of your revenue.
Of your revenue. So a lot of clubs are gonna get. That's why it makes sense why Arsenal are having to sell players.
78% has to be what?
So you can only spend 70% of your revenue,
Oh,
and I
that's
think you can only make a £60 million loss over 3 seasons as well. That's why Chelsea have bought all those players. It wasn't by coincidence. And they give who was it? They gave an 8-year deal to the guy. Is it Mudryk?
Mudryk.
Yeah, that wasn't by accident. They knew what they were doing. They were signing all these players up before the FFP rule came in. So that's
Is Felix still on loan or it's a loan deal, right? Joao
on
Felix. Okay.
And,
But
they're trying to offer
Lukaku-
like Aubameyang and some other flop to have it make
But
it permanent.
Lukaku's still their player. Lukaku's still their player.
Huh?
Yeah.
Is he on loan?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on loan.
Oh, I thought Inter bought him back.
No,
Poch should love-
he
Poch
went
should
on
love that.
loan, and then Inter Milan was like, Inter Milan this season said they're not going to take him back. But also remember, he also did that whole interview where he threw Chelsea under the bus. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering what happens with that.
Poch will get him under. I think Poch will get him under his wing. Because you've got to remember, when Poch plays, he plays narrow. So he doesn't really play with wingers.
So
They
you're
don't
thinking
think
Lukaku's going to come back to Chelsea? I can't
no
see
one's
that,
going to
mate.
buy him. Who's going to buy him?
After that interview?
Yeah, but that was under which regime? That was because he fell out with what's his name? Tuchel. And Tuchel was playing Havertz ahead of him. So I think he'll go in and he'll play. Like, the players
So
that
the
they've
Inter
got
don't
now,
want him? What if he
Yeah,
wins then the
yeah.
Champions League?
they can't. Remember when
Imagine
Sanchez
Lukaku
had
scored the
six-
last minute against Madrid in the Champions League final.
They can't afford him. They can't
No,
afford him.
they already said they're not taking him back on a permanent basis.
Damn.
They can't
Because he
afford
won
him.
them the league title 2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, people don't even, teams are not even loyal to players
So
anymore.
how much did they sell him to Chelsea for? Was it 120?
Like 90 million or something
About
like
90.
that.
Yeah. So how much will Chelsea want if they want to sell him back? They're not going to make a loss with all this FFP rules.
His value is probably going down now. It's probably, what, 60 now?
It is.
But that's what I'm trying to say to you. They can only lose over 3 years 60 million. So if you
Ouch.
lose that already in 1 year, you're finished for transfers. And Chelsea have got a thing at the moment where they've got so many players. If they sell one, they've only got capacity to buy and sell. So if they sell one, they can bring one in. They haven't got space to bring any more players in.
But what of the people like Aubameyang and this Sterling?
They bought him.
Do they have a future there?
But they bought them, so
Aubameyang
they have to loan him or sell him or terminate his contract.
Who wants Aubameyang? Probably a newly promoted team.
I think Aubameyang, they're trying to
Aubameyang's
use him.
good.
They're trying to use him to get Felix on a permanent deal, I think.
I heard he's going to go back to Barca, but he'll probably take a pay cut because he was doing all right at Barca. But then obviously he got burgled. I think that was part of the
Yeah, and he
reason
got
why-
assaulted as well. Didn't they beat him up or
Yeah.
something? Yeah, I'll be. I don't know.
Well, he could go to a Champions League team, Aubameyang. He could still go and play in Champions League.
But he's
team.
been woeful this season, bro.
Yeah, that's because he fell out. Remember, he came there for Tuchel. Tuchel got sacked within a few months.
And Porto didn't.
Potter, no, it's not he's not his buy, is it? It's not his buy.
Yeah.
And Lampard's not. Is Lampard playing him?
No.
Right. Any further questions? If not, we could call it a day. Right.
Who's going down? Who's going down?
Southampton, we know.
Southampton.
Leeds and Leicester. Leeds and
Who's gonna
Leicester.
stay his age?
No, I feel Leicester escape. I feel Leicester pull it off.
Mm.
I feel Leicester pull it off.
So you think Everton goes down then?
Ah, dang. Everton have a history. I don't know. I think it's time they need to go back and reset.
Yeah, they've been in the Premier League too long, man. They need to go and reset, man.
They've had so many narrow
Need a
escapes.
sabbatical.
Southampton one hurts me. I'm really upset for Southampton.
Nah, they've been
Yeah, I know.
flirting with it for a long
They've
time.
been flirting with even the
No,
days
no,
of
actually-
Letitia.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
you know,
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I wouldn't say I'm hurt, but I'm actually happy with Southampton. It's their fault. They made a stupid decision bringing in that Fulham, that Luton
when
guy.
they sacked-
How
when they
can you get rid of Hassan Hutel
Hasenhuttl,
and then you
yeah.
get some chicken and chips manager from the
From
League
Luton.
Two?
Yeah, it's
Doesn't
true.
make any
Which manager?
sense.
Chris
The
Hughton?
guy from-
Southampton.
Was it
Yeah, the
Chris
guy
Jones
from
or
Luton.
something? Luton, yeah.
Speaking of that,
Jones. Like,
Yeah.
what was that?
I got a question talking about that for the panel. Do you think we should go for James Ward-Prowse?
Oh no,
No,
take
mate.
off it.
Nah.
Take out his set pieces. It's useless.
He's not mobile either. He's not a
No.
mobile player. Oh, Nathan
No.
Jones it was.
No, sir.
The little-
No way.
Nathan Jones, yeah.
Do you think we should go for Caicedo? Right.
Yes.
We're not gonna get him. We're not gonna
Yeah.
get him though.
Yeah.
not?
I would go for him, but I don't
The
think United will
money
get
that
him.
they want. The money they want. Remember,
70 million.
I think
they want
Arsenal
100 million.
offered 70 and they said no
Hmm.
in January.
And he's
Okay.
just signed a new contract as well.
And look how he's been playing, so his stock's gone up. If they want 100 million for Declan Rice, you think they're gonna let him go for less? This guy's
Okay, is Declan Rice worth 100 million in today's
No.
market?
No.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Because
Yeah,
because
but-
it's English.
But
Mhm.
look at Caicedo. He's a lot better than Declan Rice.
Yeah,
And
he's a lot
played
better.
a lot better. So they're gonna
he's a
want
lot
more
better
than that. They're gonna want more than that.
Jesus.
Ali just signed a new deal, like people said.
So are we still on Harry Kane? So Harry Kane is the
Oh, forget
Harry
Harry
Kane.
Kane, man.
I don't want
Oh,
him.
we have to.
I don't want
I
him.
want Harry Kane, man.
you want Harry Kane?
Yeah.
Devin?
100%.
Yes. Yes.
What if he
100%.
joins the Anthony Martial club? What are we gonna do
No,
then?
he won't.
He might.
But okay, does he
Got
have a
glass
track
ankles.
record of that?
No, but look
Does he
his
have a track
look his
record of that?
history.
His history's not been that bad with his ankles.
Yeah.
And also,
He's got injuries
I think
every
this
year.
season he's done well with
In the
injuries
last-
this season.
In the last few years, his ankles haven't been that bad. It was in his
Yeah.
early years. He had a lot of
It's,
issues.
he gets injured.
And don't
he
forget
gets,
how many chances has Bruno Fernandes created, but nobody finished because we never proper finisher up top.
Loads.
Now you put Harry Kane up there on top of that.
But how much do
And
you
it's
think we'll pay for
guaranteed.
him?
So okay, hold on. Vim, you want Harry Kane?
No.
Okay.
Depends on the price. That's
Okay,
that's
it's a
yes or
reasonable
no?
price. What's a
If
reasonable
we-
price?
If we're getting him for
70?
less than 70, then yeah. If we're paying like over 100, no.
Devin, any cost? Any price?
He'll be cheaper. He'll be cheaper than Osherman.
No, but there's other people out
But
there.
Osimhen is for the future, man.
Yeah, that's
Kane
what I
is-
thought.
Kane is like 1 or 2 years, and then he's done.
Napoli came out and said that he's not for
He's
sale.
not going. Yeah.
Don't
They
all
would say
managers
that.
always say
They
that?
would say
They
that.
all
Yeah,
say
but
that.
this is an Italian club, though.
Yeah,
They would
sell
say
when they
that,
have to.
man. If they need the
they-
money, they need the money.
They
Mm.
won't
need
sell
it.
him. They won't sell him.
They don't
Remember,
need
I
they
mean, so
signed the
Napoli
game-
won the league. They're going into
Yeah.
they're in Champions League.
Champions League.
Osherman just became Maradona status in Napoli.
Marco,
He's not
yeah,
going
exactly. Do you know what
He
shirts
became
they're
what
gonna sell?
status?
Maradona.
Yeah, he's
Maradona
the
status.
he's the Maradona
He's like
of
a god
Napoli
over
now.
there.
Yes.
Even-
That's what he just became in Napoli.
But
Now
tell you
that
something,
defender, that defender from Napoli, I like him.
Yes,
The
we
Korean-
should get him.
is it a
Yes,
Korean
he-
guy?
yeah,
The Korean
he-
guy.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
him. I like him.
He just, I think he's got a clause. but
Kim
I think it
Min-jae.
changes. I think
Kim
his
Min-jae
clause
is
changes soon.
Kim
So if you
Min
don't
Jae.
sign him,
Kim Min Jae, he is solid. He's one of the
Yeah.
best. I said,
Is he quick?
Yeah.
centre back, quick,
Yes,
very
like
aggressive,
him.
great in the air.
Really?
He's like, yeah,
So
I like him.
you're
I
saying
like
he's better than Ari
Oh, anyone's
come
ball.
on.
Which
Come on.
Harry?
Maguire?
Is water wet?
Okay. So
The thing
is he
is, do you-
available? Is he long term
Yeah.
signing for them? Is he how much
We're
is it?
more
Are they
likely,
today?
Well,
we can.
we
we're
don't
more
need a
likely to
centre
get
back,
that.
do we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we
I
do
think
need
we
a centre
should.
back.
I think we should now, because I mean you're gonna
just
lose
don't-
Eric Bailly, you're gonna lose Axel Tuanzebe. How much longer does Varane have left?
Tell
The
us.
only one, the only
What
one that's
we
long
showed
term.
you.
Tell us. I don't count this as center back, but the only one that's really long term is gonna be the Butcher.
Mm. Oh, we're gonna get Timber, I think. I think it's likely to happen during Timber.
Timber seems okay. I'm not really convinced to me.
He's not ready. He's not.
It
ready
doesn't
for
feel
He's
like
not
he's that
ready.
guy who
He's
could.
not ready, no.
With Martinez, they were
don't
amazing
worry.
centre back pairing.
Martinez was always covering him. Martinez was always covering.
No, because my friend is an
Is
Ajax
Timber
fan.
tall
Timber
or is it the
very
same
good.
height?
Yeah, he's
Timber's
not ready
like
for
5'10".
United.
I think
don't
it's taller.
No, I think Timber's only like
Yeah.
5'10".
5'10". Okay. I know
But
it's
he's
not
a
bad
ball- he's
height,
a
but
ball playing centre
in the
back.
Premier
He's
League,
very
Campbell
fast.
have two
Doesn't
short
matter
ones.
what his height is. Doesn't matter what his height is, Tim. Don't be carrying
Just
that.
put Harry Maguire in the middle then. 3 centre backs. 1 to head the ball and 2 to play the ball.
Yeah, but in the Premier League, I mean, Martinez is not the tallest, great, but we can't have
Yeah.
another one who's not a tall as well. It's kind of like okay, set pieces.
I'll tell you his height. Hold on. Jurian
Yeah,
Timber,
I don't
6
think
foot
Timber's
7.
ready.
No, he ain't.
I'm joking.
I was wondering, like, no.
1.79.
How tall?
1.79 meters.
That is five. That's
He's
about
5'10", yeah,
5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't that tall though? Is he quick?
It's quick.
Yeah.
It's very, very quick. Very,
Yeah, he
very
is.
quick.
Well, in
He's
the
good-
Premier
good with
League,
his
you
feet.
kind of need at least one tall centre back. At least
Yeah.
one.
I don't know if you do.
I prefer the Napoli center back over him.
Yeah. Guys, go and I know he's YouTuber. Check out Kim Min Jae.
What's his name?
He's
Kim Jong Yong.
Kim Min-jae.
Kim Min Jae. So
But he's got
KIM.
clause. If you
MIN,
sign him,
that's
Kim
if you
Jae.
sign him
Min-jae.
before the 1st
He
of
must be really
July,
good.
He's got
He's
45 million
he's-
euros.
So to be in an Italian league, he must be. It's tough out there.
It says Kim Yoon Jin is a South Korean American film actress.
that
one.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat. I'll put the name on the chat, Vim.
Vin, what are you putting out there, mate?
I'm not typing what you said.
It might be a common Korean name, and you just proved out the actress.
Yeah, there's a clause in his contract. If you sign him before the 1st of July, I think it's 50 million euros. So they're trying to tie him into a new deal.
50 million, we could afford that, eh?
Yeah.
But if he
That's what I'm
comes,
saying.
is he going to
If he
get a regular start? If he comes,
signs
is he
a
going to
new
get a
deal,
regular start? He won't.
He'll
You know what?
be the
You know
cover
what?
for
I don't
Varane.
care. I don't care
Competition for
because look,
places.
for example,
Does he
we
want to
need-
be a cover?
No, but here's the thing right now. We need, for example, and I hate to use it as an example, look at what City has depth for every single position. We need that, especially if we're going to compete on all fronts.
Yeah.
When we're
Look
talking
at
about
Laporte.
But
Look at
does
Laporte
the
a
player
few
want to
years ago.
do that? When he's getting
Yeah.
regular starting, he's going to be Champions League, he's a league title winner.
yes,
He's
but
getting
here's the thing
regular
right now.
starting.
If you get it correctly, and you're pretty much saying you're going to win trophies here. You've already conquered Italy. Do you want a new challenge?
Right, but
Well,
does he want to
Tim-
be playing Carabao Cup and
Tim,
FA
look-
Cup only?
Nah.
Tim, look at Laporte a few years ago. Look at Cancelo. You have to earn your right. You can't just think you're going to be there. Stones, years ago, everyone was like, Stones ain't going to do it.
That's
He's playing
true.
midfield for Man
That's
City,
true.
mate.
Yeah, but
That's
this
true.
guy's a
Step
main.
up.
Is he a main centre back for Napoli? Does he
Yeah,
play
he's
every
the
game?
main man.
So he's
Yeah,
not going to
It's-
put up
it's in
with
Italy.
That's what I'm saying.
second fiddle. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, does anyone think he looks like Harry Maguire?
But I mean,
Looks a
like,
bit like
for
Harry
example,
Maguire.
but also don't forget with the
Wages.
5 substitution rule, the 5 subs rule. This will help with squad depth. So hey, you may not start this, but you will come on.
You got to remember,
You-
Man United don't come calling more than once with most players. Think about it.
What
back
about De
home.
Jong? They called like 50 times, didn't they?
No.
Still said no.
I got a question. One last
To be fair,
question.
Varane was twice, but yeah, but I can't think of any other ones.
I have one last question.
Only
Ahmed
the same
Diallo.
manager, man.
Yeah, wicked player, man. Love
Okay,
that guy.
okay, what were you saying?
I was in what? Diallo?
No, yeah, you said no. You were saying something before I said that.
Ahmad Diallo.
Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah, we don't go for players more than once. Well, the same manager anyway.
Right. Ahmed Diallo, is he coming back to United? Do you guys want him back? Where will
Yes.
he play?
Pre-season.
Yes.
Second competition for Anthony.
Anywhere across the top 4.
Then what does that mean for Pellistri?
Listen,
Oh
this
yeah,
one,
I've got Pellistri as
He
well.
needs to
He
go
needs to go
alone.
alone.
Yeah, he needs to do
Then
what
where does
Ahmad
that
did.
fit Garnacho?
Garnacho's on the left, man.
Oh, Garnacho left. Okay.
Yeah.
Garnacho's 7. Garnacho's getting the 7 shirt next year anyway.
Is
you,
he?
you got to remember.
That's a lot
Nah,
of
it's
pressure.
too early. It's too early for
That's a
seven.
lot of pressure.
It's too early for
Garnacho's
seven.
idol is. Look at who Garnacho's
Yeah, it's
idol
too
is.
early though. It's too early to get.
It's
into
a bit
seven.
early though.
Ronaldo.
A bit early. He'll sell shirts.
They said the same thing about
Yeah.
Ronaldo, and look what happened.
It's too early.
And they're likening him to Ronaldo as well.
Nah, but look
Yeah,
at the team.
kind of.
Look at the team.
Minus the
Ronaldo came
tattoos.
into. Look at the team Ronaldo came into. It was already like a solid team.
Nah, I have a feeling Garnacho's
But the
getting-
team, but okay, the team Ronaldo came into were on a rebuild because that
Yeah, but look at the
2004
players, though.
season, Chelsea had now become the new team, the new sheriff in town. For
Yeah,
2
but look at the
seasons,
players-
we were behind
look at the
Chelsea.
players Ronaldo played with though.
Yeah, Scholes.
Giggs, Beckham.
Yeah, no, not
Keane.
Beckham. He replaced Beckham.
Oh yeah, he replaced
Yeah.
Beckham. Sorry.
Yeah.
Scholes, Giggs, Keane. Who
Rio.
else was there? Rio. There was
Quentin Fortune.
was Ever there, and that Ever came after, didn't he? I think.
And yeah, Quinton Fortin was there. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And Nistelrooy. Nistelrooy.
Yeah, they're this one,
Yeah.
exactly.
And Saha. Louis Saha.
Yeah, there's players there, man.
They were
Gary
good
Neville.
players. But at that 2004 season, we only won the FA Cup against Millwall. I was at that game.
Yeah, but look at the
And-
Chelsea team. Look at the Chelsea team. That team was a joke. That Chelsea team.
No, Mourinho had just come into town, and they had just.
Yeah.
I think they won
Look
the
at the
league
players he
title.
signed.
5 or
Yeah.
6, I think. Because 2004, he was still at Porto.
Mm.
Yeah.
Guys, I got
It's
a
the
drop
year
now.
after.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's what. That's
Yeah, we're
what,
moving back to Randall.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Bedtime now.
gave Porto the
Yeah.
Champions League.
Work tomorrow.
Right. Gentlemen, right. So you'll want Diallo back.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yeah. All right. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Another great Sunday fan chat. We covered everything. It's confirmed Arsenal might not win the league title, but this is the game of football. We just maneuver. Let me thank the
Yes.
UK guys first because they're on a different time zone than us. Kay, Vim, and Ken, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate you.
worries.
And my
Thanks for having me.
US fellow buddy, Devin, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are moving forward and upwards. See you guys on the next one. See you guys.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.
Take care.
Cheers.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bears.